Lincoln, I told you...
I'm not going to just leave, Ted. That is my whole problem. I am always doing what other people tell me to.
Look, she is my mother now. I need some time alone with her.
Ted, you don't think I have just as much at stake?
Lincoln, she is my mother.
Ted, you can't make me leave.
You will go, or I swear I will never forgive you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to you if I could.
All right, please come in.
I know now. I didn't when I first knocked on the door. I thought this was all some kind of joke, a lie. Now, I can see it's really you.
Yes, it is.
All my life, I thought you were... And that... I don't know what to say.
I don't either.
Mom?
Daddy?
If there be any who can show just cause why these two should not be man and wife, let him speak now or forever hold his peace. Gina, if you would repeat after me, please.
Excuse me.
A what?
Oh, God. Sir, you asked if there was anyone here who could show just cause?
Go on with the ceremony, Reverend.
I can show just cause. I can tell you exactly why these two shouldn't be married.
You are...
Mason Capwell, son of the groom. Now, that's a phrase you don't hear very often. Son of the groom.
You say you have some objection?
Well, it's nothing dramatic or exciting, anything like that. It's just a minor technicality.
I'm telling you, Reverend, let's continue the ceremony.
Well, I wouldn't advise that, Dad, not until you've heard what I have to say. It's quite startling.
Excuse me, this will take just a moment. I'll give you 5 seconds to get out of here.
Overlooked something, Dad. I'm just calling your attention to it.
Mason, if you don't leave, I will keep my promise. You will have nothing in this town. No life, no future. One by one, I will crush them. Your dreams, your hopes. You're going to end up a beaten nothing. Now, is that what you want, Mason? Is that what you want? Do you want that cost? You want to lose everything?
Come to think of it, Dad, I do. Sorry. Yes, the objection I raised is a legal technicality. It seems that my dear father never had his last wife, Sophia Capwell, declared legally dead. So technically he's still married to Sophia and therefore cannot legally marry Gina. Unless, of course, he wants to be declared a bigamist. So, I'm afraid, dear family, that the wedding is off.
All these weeks being so close to you and not being able to touch you.
15 years.
15 years. You weren't even 3 years old. You were just a tiny little boy. Well, you really weren't that tiny. I can remember you marching around the house. So strong, and you were so confident. When you wouldn't let anyone do anything for you, you had to do everything by yourself. I didn't want it to be this way. I wanted to tell you myself. I didn't want you to find out from anybody else. Even when you were very small, it was so difficult for you to accept something you didn't understand. I wanted this this meeting to be very happy for us.
All these years. Where have you been?
Ted, I want you to know that I did not go away. And I did not stay away because it was something that I wanted to do. The truth is that I didn't know who I was, Teddy. I was very lost. Never, oh please, never believe that I ever went away on my own choice.
So I dreamed these fantasies that you were spirited away from some evil demon, and how someday you'd come back.
Ted, I was very sick. I was in institutions, and I was in a sanitarium. For years and years, I didn't know who I was. I didn't remember anything. I didn't remember you. All I had was this little feeling, this little memory in my heart that out there somewhere there were people I loved and people that loved me.
Those are my dreams. Those were my prayers.
Well, I must have felt them, everyone. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you.
But you were. Mom, you were there. You were there in those movies and in pictures. You know, I bought all the posters of all the movies you were in. I bought all the articles, and I have all the press releases. I have all in scrapbooks and boxes. I wanted to know everything about you.
Oh, honey, those movies weren't me.
But it was all I had. I remember one day when I was cutting out a picture of you, and Dad walked into my room. I was so scared. I didn't know what he was going to do. But he wasn't mad. He sat me down. He sat me down and he tried to explain to me that you were dead. That you were never going to come back. And then that night, he took me to the cemetery. And he showed me your grave. Your grave. Mom, I was crying so much, I couldn't even see the grave. Then I looked up at Dad. He was crying too.
My poor baby.
Mom, I missed you so much.
I know. I know, honey. I know. I know. I know.
This is just like you, just the kind of thing that you would dream up.
You wouldn't want me to keep something like this to myself, Dad. I'm doing it for you.
Oh, of course you are. That's the way you operate.
That doesn't alter the facts.
I can't believe this. After 15 years that I can't marry whomever I want.
Well, there's a phone right over there. Now, you can call whomever you want, but if it's a lawyer, even a bad one, he's going to tell you the same thing. Until you have Sophia declared legally dead, this marriage isn't going to be valid.
We'll see about that.
I don't understand, Mommy. Why is Uncle Cece so mad?
It's gonna be all right, sweetheart. They'll work it out.
And that's right, Brandon. Don't you worry. Your Uncle Cece's always considered himself above the law, so he'll find some way around this.
Stay away from him.
Well, I just don't want him to get the wrong impression
I
about
said
his
stay
new
away
daddy.
from him.
Well, that's good. I like that expression. I'd almost believe you were disappointed. Must be the actress blood in you.
As usual, your timing's perfect.
Yeah. I thought you'd be pleased. I bet it's everything you can do right now to keep from grinning.
Mason, what's going on? I don't understand any of this.
Now, Kelly, don't you worry about anything. This doesn't concern you.
Real proud of yourself, aren't you?
Well, am I right?
My attorney confirms your story.
Yeah, I thought he would.
Well, why did you wait till now? You've probably known about this for weeks.
No. As a matter of fact, Dad, I just found out. What was it, Dad? You still cared too much for Sophia to have her declared legally dead? Or maybe you were just holding out hope?
Gina, I'm sorry. It was an oversight. I didn't think it was necessary.
I really hate to put a crimp in your plans like this, Dad. It just tears me up.
Don't listen to him. My attorney assures me that it'll only be a one-day delay. All that's necessary is for a judge to sign the proper papers.
It's all right. Just do whatever has to be done.
Gina, I've got some phone calls I want to make. Would you please see that the minister to the door, and I'll be back soon. Right. Minister, I'm very sorry what happened.
No need to apologize. It's happened before. It'll happen again.
Brandon, sweetheart, will you do Mommy a favor and show this nice man to the door?
Thank you very much.
Come on, it's over here.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Mason.
I suppose I deserve that. Now, let's not get carried away.
I thought after the other children that I knew everything there was to know about loving a child. I assumed that maybe the magic of raising a child would be gone. But you were different. The moment you were born, and they put you in my arms, oh, I knew that a very special little boy had just come into the world.
You know, my first memories are of trying to keep up, trying to be noticed.
Oh, honey, that's because you were the youngest. If I had been there, I could have helped you with that. I think maybe I saw something in you that the rest of them didn't see. You had a spirit. You were an individual. Wait a minute. Can you still whistle?
Can I whistle?
Yeah. Can you still whistle?
Yeah, I can whistle.
At 6 months, you were whistling. You'd sit in your crib and you'd whistle. Or I'd be carrying you around and all of a sudden, for absolutely no reason, you would just start to whistle. I thought there was something wrong with you.
I was 6 months old?
Yeah, I don't know where you learned it or how you learned it, but it was the most incredible thing.
I wish I could remember.
Do you remember anything?
No. One thing, yeah. Yeah, one thing I do remember. I was at the breakfast table, and you always wore the same blue bathrobe. And I remember you'd hug me. And this beautiful smell. I think of all the nights dreaming about that blue bathrobe and that smell. Mom, why did you stay away? Why did you decide to come back now?
There were some things I had to know first, Ted.
You didn't think we'd want you?
By the time I regained my memory, I remembered who you all were and where you were. You were grown up. You were almost all adults. I had to know that I was needed.
You were here in Santa Barbara. You were here a while.
Yes, I was.
Augusta Lockridge knows. That's how I found out. Lakin told me. And now I know that Lionel knows, and Eden.
I know I didn't want it that way. Their finding out was a mistake.
Now, why didn't you tell me? I would have understood.
I guess I didn't know you would. I was so afraid.
What?
Of not being wanted, of not being welcome.
You know, I can't believe you think we wouldn't want you.
Ted, I had to come to all of you individually and talk to you to see how you'd react.
Well, you didn't talk to me.
Yes, I did. Do you remember that night on the beach when you were feeling so low and that little bag lady came along and talked to you?
And that was you?
Yes.
You mean I was... I remember you said you should never judge a dead person because they could never defend themselves?
That's right.
I was talking about you. I was so upset. I was ready to explode.
You don't know how close I came to tell you then, right then on the beach.
But the problem hasn't gone away. The problem is still there.
You're talking about my relationship with Lionel.
I mean the affair.
If you're asking me if it happened, the answer is yes.
Mom, I'm asking you who you loved. And who you love now. This affair has affected all of us. On both sides of the fence.
I know in your case, you and Lakin broke up because of it.
I just want to know why. And I want to know what's going to happen.
I can tell you why, Ted. But I can't tell you what's going to
Well,
happen.
just tell me
anyone.
why. Tell me how you could have loved Lionel Lockridge. I have to know.
Listen, if this is about a traffic violation, Mr. C, you're out of luck, because I'm an honest cop.
This is much more serious than that.
Apparently.
Cruz, I want you to get... No. I want you to drag the DA out of his meeting with the mayor and the city council.
What, are you kidding? I mean, Mr. C, you're talking to an inspector. That's one rung above file clerk.
He will break up his meeting with me. You just tell him that C.C. Capwell wants to talk to him.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Hang on.
Yes, Mr. Capwell. What can I do for you? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. As a matter of fact, I might have done it anyway after the way he bungled that murder investigation. Yes, sir. I'll get right on it. This is not to question why. Just do it or die.
What did he say?
He wants his son fired. He wants Mason out of here by 6 o'clock tonight.
On what grounds?
You want to tangle with C.C. Capwell? Be my guest. As far as Mason, I'll give you the privilege of delivering his pink slip personally.
Oh, you're all heart, Tony.
All brains.
You want some advice, Gina? Leave. Pack up your things and Brandon, get as far away from Santa Barbara as you can.
Your threats don't scare me.
Not a threat, Gina. It's a warning. Now, I know that money and name are tempting, but you're not considering the repercussions when my father finds out the truth.
But you no doubt intend to tell him anyway.
You leave me no choice unless you leave.
Cece will come after me, and he'll find me.
Just like Hank, huh, Gina?
Cece loves me, and he loves my child. That's what really hurts you, Mason, isn't it? Isn't it? That you're going to lose your inheritance to Brandon.
How long you think that'll last after he finds out the truth?
What truth, Mason?
She won't admit it. She can't admit it. That's why she has to leave town. If you, need any help packing, just give your old pal Mason a jingle, Gina. Eden's got the number.
I don't have to tell you anything.
I could find out all the answers easily enough.
Where are you going?
None of your business, Gina. Hi, it's me.
Ah, it must be my lucky day. I'm getting calls from all the Capwells.
Listen, I need a little favor.
Where have I heard that before?
I want to know what you know about Gina DeMont's background, specifically a man named Hank.
Oh, you found out about that, huh?
Oh, no, I haven't. That's why I'm calling you.
Listen, wasn't there supposed to be a wedding over there today? Why am I getting all these crazy phone calls? First Cece calling to have Mason fired, and now this?
Mason fouled up Daddy and Gina's wedding plans, a legal technicality he was only too glad to point out.
Oh, well, that explains Mr. C's little tantrum then.
But look, back to Gina. I want to ask you some questions.
You're gonna have to ask her those questions yourself.
Well, do you think I'd be asking you if I hadn't tried asking?
Eden, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna get involved in this battle. I got another one coming through the door. I'll get back to you, kid. Bye-bye.
Let me guess. That was Eden asking about Gina, am I right?
On your first guess.
And I assume you told her nothing.
Oh, it's one of these little family disagreements I chose to stay out of.
Yeah, it's a wise choice. Well, are you, waiting for me or just waiting in general?
Just call me a glorified delivery boy. The GA asked me to give you that.
Mm-hmm. Did the DA give you any reason? Not that it matters. Yep. Saves me the trouble of writing out a resignation. Let me guess. My father called the DA, am I right?
Yeah.
He didn't waste any time, did he?
You can fight it.
What's the old saying? You can't fight City Hall, the proverbial banging of the head against the wall?
You know, I know some people in the GA's office in San Francisco. I'm sure they'd be glad to take you on.
Now, don't be too sure about that. Once my father gets rolling, Cruz, there's no stopping him. Besides, leaving town would be admitting defeat, and I don't want to give him that satisfaction. No, I got a lot of other friends in this town. That's not really the issue, getting a job.
Then what is the issue?
I guess you'd call it a father-son conflict gone ape.
Look, man, if there's anything I can do, don't hesitate.
No. There's a lot you could do, Cruz, but I'm not going to let you do it. That would just put you on CC's bad side, and that's a position I've reserved for myself. No, you better stay out of the way, or you'll just catch the flack intended for me.
Oh, I gotta tell you, man, you seem to be taking this remarkably well.
Yeah, don't get mad, get even. Hello, Walt. Yeah, it's Mason. Listen, I've just severed my ties with the DA's office, and I was wondering how soon you can have those partnership papers drawn up. Uh-huh. Well, that's it. Great. No, I'll talk to you in the morning. Thanks. Contingency plans. You gotta have them in this business, or you'll wind up out in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Cruz, in all the excitement, I forgot to offer you a drink.
That's okay. I'm off duty.
Well, of course you are.
Tell me, man, where is this gonna end?
I know where I'd like for it to end.
You're not gonna try to destroy your father, are you?
Oh, no, nothing that desperate. I'd much rather just teach him a lesson.
Such as?
That no man, including C.C. Capwell, can manipulate the lives and destinies of other people and get away with it.
That's right. After you've talked to him, you try Walt Fleming. He's a good friend of Mason's. Probably the first to offer him a job. You see that that doesn't happen. And I want you on the phone to the bank, the insurance company, and his creditors. I want whatever it takes to sabotage all of his credit. I don't care what it involves. Do it!
Feeling okay, Casey?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't really seem to be here with us today.
I don't understand. If they want to get married, why not let them? Sophia is dead. How could Daddy be married to someone who's dead?
Like Mason said, it's just a legal technicality.
No, it's not. There's a reason. There is a reason she's died. And there's a reason they're still married. There's something that happened years ago. And I'm gonna find out what it is.
What are you talking about? Kelly?
I gotta go.
Guess I'll try a different approach with you, Gina.
You're not trying anything with me, understand? I've been patient with you long enough, and that is it. You just keep your nose out of my business.
I'll find out. I'll find out who Hank is.
You can do what you want, but you're not gonna spoil this wedding. I won't let you.
Well, when and if that happens, Gina, it will be you, not me. As they say, a person past is bound to catch up with them.
Eden, you don't mess with me.
Oh, no, I won't. At least not until I know what I'm messing with. But at the moment, She looks like a very desperate woman.
Hey, maybe you should ease up on that.
Give me one good reason why.
And think of 20.
Well, it's nice of you to be so concerned, Cruz, but you're interrupting my self-destructive mood.
Oh, good, you're still here.
Walt, I was on my way over to your office. Cruz Castillo, Walt Fleming. This is my new partner.
Actually, Mason, that's why I'm here. It looks like I can't take you on as a partner.
Well, a half hour ago, you were welcoming me aboard, Walt.
Well, something came up.
May I ask what?
I don't think you should know. Just keep things...
No, I do want to know. Why don't you tell me, Walt?
Well, I got calls from clients. Clients I've had for 10 years, some even longer. They said if I took you on, they would walk.
Uh-huh. Now, let me guess. All of these clients that called have one thing in common. They're all, friends of C.C. Capwell, right?
I didn't ask.
Well, you should have asked, Walt. That's part of your job as an attorney. You know, it goes with the gray flannel slacks and the blazer.
I'm sorry, Mason. There's nothing I can do.
Hey, do I look worried? You're not the only law firm in town.
Well, good luck.
Thanks, friend. Don't you love it? Grown men crawling to you on their knees. You wonder how they can look at themselves in the mirror.
Well, like you said, man, there are other law firms.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we can find one that hasn't done business with the great C.C. Capwell? Think that's possible?
Mason Capwell's office? Just a second. Mr. Salem from the bank? He'll be right with you.
Yeah. Well, are you joking? You can't do that. My credit cards, too? Well, we'll see about that. I have some rights here, you know. Damn it.
What?
The bank has frozen my assets and canceled my credit cards.
They can't do that.
He can. He can do anything he wants.
Mason.
Okay, if it's a fight he wants, it's a fight he's got.
Now, just a second, man. Where are you going?
I'm going to pay a little visit to my
Maybe
father.
I should come along. I don't think you're in any mood to deal with him on a rational basis.
I wouldn't advise that, Cruz.
Mason?
Channing was a beautiful child, but I think he was much gentler than your father really wanted him to be, so Cece kind of pushed him into sports and athletics, and I secretly was encouraging him in the arts.
Yeah, you had a lot of potential, all right.
And I remember how close the two of you were, even when you were babies.
You know, I remember the funeral. I remember everyone was there. I had this horrible fear that I was never going to grow up. I thought I was going to die like you and Channing. I'd never be given a chance.
Oh, Ted, I'm sorry. I wasn't there. I would have helped you with those feelings.
No, there's nothing you could have done. It's part of growing up. Learning about death. So, when are you going to tell Kelly?
I want to tell her very, very soon. But Marcella's advising me to wait because she's not strong enough after everything that's happened to her.
Well, that only leaves Dad.
That's right. He's going to be the most difficult.
And he's... Mom, he just got married a little while ago.
I know.
But, well, Mom, you could have stopped that.
Perhaps.
Mom, what's wrong? I don't understand. Wait, you don't love him anymore? You don't want him back?
Honey, my feelings really have nothing to do with this. He's in love with Gina, and if I came forward, it wouldn't be fair to either of them.
Well, this is going to be a very tough secret to keep here.
You'll do fine. I have every bit of faith in you.
Well, I better get back. I don't want them worried about me.
Oh, right, of course.
No, I've never been happier in my life.
Then you really are happy.
I mean, you've given me some kind of second chance.
That's what it is, Ted. It's a second chance. It's a second chance for all of us. Oh, I can't tell you. I just can't tell you, you'll never know how much I've missed you.
Mom, I know. I know.
Teddy, I have this hope that maybe we could all be a family again.
That would make me very happy.
It would? Then we'll do it. Then we'll just do it. We'll make it work.
So, when am I going to see you again?
Soon.
Mom. Lincoln. This is my mom. Mom, this is Lakin Lockridge.
Yes, hello, and I bet you wish to speak to me, don't you?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes.
Certainly.
Well, now you can talk to her, Lakin. Mom, thank you for everything.
Oh, no. No, thank you.
My mother and I will fight you to the end. But my father belongs to us, and you are not going to take him away from us.
It's the last thing I want to do, Lakin. To the contrary, the only thing I feel for your father is great anger.
Oh, is that why you let him suffer all these years? Do you realize what he has been going through with the guilt of killing you?
I couldn't help that.
Well, you can help now. You can help my family, and you can help your own family from falling apart.
You want me to leave town?
If you don't you realize the pain you'd cause?
It doesn't have to be that way,
But
Lakin.
it will be that way. We can't avoid it.
I want you to listen to me. I love my children as much as you love your father, and I can't turn my back on them.
You can too. You've been gone all these years. You can do it, but this time you can go and never come back.
Lakin, it's not going to happen.
Then my mother was right. You are a selfish, destructive person.
Why? Because I want my children.
You don't care for your children. You only care about yourself. Well, let me tell you something. I love my father, and I love my mother. And if you do anything to harm them,
Honey, listen,
stay
wait a
away
minute.
from me.
Still married? Do you have any idea what this means?
Yes, it means we have to keep what we know to ourselves, Ted.
Wait a minute, what are you saying? You mean let Dad have Sophia be declared dead even though we both know she's alive?
It's for Kelly's sake. If Kelly found this out right now, it might be the thing to push her right over the edge.
Sophia said that you're not too happy she's back.
I am just thinking of the consequences. That really is Sophia's decision.
But she thinks that Dad and Gina are already married. That's what I told her.
Well, how does she feel? Disappointed?
Well, not really. She seems like she wants to accept it. I wonder what she's going to do now when she finds out that the marriage never took place.
She has two choices.
Yeah, either let herself be declared dead or step forward and reveal herself.
Pray it's the first one.
Why? She told me why she's staying away.
And you believed her?
Well, why shouldn't I?
Didn't it ever occur to you that maybe she doesn't care about us? Maybe she ran away because she didn't want to be tied down to a family?
Now that is not like her.
Oh, not now. But you didn't know her then. I didn't. None of us did.
Well, Dad knew.
Dad and Lionel Lockridge.
Look, I don't care.
They had opposite points of view, Ted.
Eden, she is my mom and she's your mom, all right? Now,
did she explain to you why she came back? Why she stayed away?
yeah, because she loves us.
Or so she said. Did it ever occur to you that maybe that wasn't the only reason?
What other reason?
Capwell money? Lionel Lockridge? Maybe we aren't the only reasons that she came back.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't believe it.
Oh, you'll believe what you want to believe. You're just clinging to this fantasy of what Sophia is, aren't you? You're looking at it totally wrong.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
you are.
I want Daddy to be happy. And Mother coming back into his life isn't going to do it.
That is not true.
He almost got married to Gina today. He was that close. Haven't you thought about her?
Yeah, sure, I've thought about her.
Don't you care if she gets hurt?
Yes, I care, but it's better now than later when it's too late.
You're thinking of telling, aren't you?
No. She asked me to keep it to myself. My mom wants me to keep it secret, so I'm going to do that. And it's not because I agree with you. is because I want her to stay here, and I'm going to do everything in my power to see that she does.
Ted, where are you going?
To find Kelly.
Ted. She's in the study.
Eden, we got trouble. Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Listen, your brother, I think I just beat him over here.
I know, I just talked to him.
Well, he's here already?
Yeah, he's in the study talking to Kelly.
Wait a second, are we talking about the same brother?
I'm talking about Ted. Who
No,
are
no,
you
no, no. I'm talking about Mason. He's on his way over here and he's mad as hell.
Why? Daddy's the one who got shafted.
No, Daddy got revenge. Mason's the victim, believe me. He's been drinking a lot. I don't need to tell you what that means.
Well, it's called raising the drawbridge and bolting the door is what it means.
Hi. Hello? Well, it looks like I missed some afternoon around here, huh? Hey, you okay? Well, I guess it'll be no big problem. They'll just get married tomorrow or something.
I keep trying to figure out how our dead mother can still be married to Daddy.
Well, Eden said it was just some legal technicality, that's all.
No, it's not.
Yeah, she was never declared dead.
For a reason. Joe said that whatever happens always happens for a reason. I'll tell you why she was never declared dead. Because she wasn't supposed to die. That's when it started. With Mommy. And I've been thinking about that. About that day when she died.
Hey, come on now. You can't take this on too.
Why is it all my fault? All of it.
Damn it, Eden, let me in. I know every way into this house. Every unlocked window and every unbolted door.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Nothing that affects you. Now open up.
Not so fast, pal.
This is my business, Cruz.
I don't want you getting yourself in trouble, Mason.
I know what I'm doing.
Nobody who has drunk half a fifth of scotch knows what they're doing.
This body does. Once and for all, I'm going to end this. Dad has a right to know that Sophia is alive.
No, you don't.
Ted, we're not protecting him anymore.
You're right. We're protecting her.
He has
My mom.
He has a right to know the truth.
Well, what about Gina, man?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. What about Gina, our fair-haired little innocent gold digger? Has she told you about Hank yet, Eden?
No, she hasn't said anything.
And you haven't told her anything, I
This
assume.
has nothing to do with Gina.
That's right, it doesn't. It's Capwell business, which makes me wonder what you're doing here.
I'm here to keep you out of trouble, that's all.
I'm not the one in trouble. I'm not the one keeping secrets. It's the rest of them. It's Gina keeping her past from Dad, and Dad keeping what he knows about Brandon from Gina. It's Eden and Ted keeping Sophia away from Dad. I'm the only one around here with the guts to tell the truth, so tell me where he is so we can get this over with.
Upstairs, but you are not going up there.
Upstairs. Is he alone?
No, he's not alone. He's with Gina, and he's asked not to be disturbed.
Ooh, not to be disturbed, huh? That's presumptuous of him, isn't it? Consummating the marriage before the wedding? Kind of like counting your chickens before they're hatched.
Mason, please, use your head.
Let go of me, Cruz. I know what I'm doing.
Mason, would you think what you're doing?
I'm putting an end to it.
You're
That's
only
what
going to
I'm
make
doing,
it
Ted.
worse.
Why don't you go home and sleep it off?
Home? What home? He robbed me of that, too. As of 2 o'clock today, I'm kicked out of my hotel.
What, so you're going to destroy his life and everybody else's?
I'm not destroying anything, Ted. I'm just bringing attention to a few facts. Their repercussions aren't my problem.
Mason, if you go on up there, he's going to kill you, all right? He's just going to tear you from limb to limb.
Well, I guess I'll just have to be armed, won't I?
Hey!
This should do very nicely.
He is crazy!
Put that down!
That's getting stupid now, man. That's too sharp for you to be playing around with.
Yeah, well, unless you want to find out just how sharp, you better
it's for
stay
you.
back.
It's your office.
Well, tell him I'll call him
I
back.
said it's urgent.
Go ahead, I'll take care of this.
Mason, now come on.
Mason, come on, you're gonna hurt somebody, all right?
That's right, somebody, but not me.
Ted, don't move. Let him go.
Excuse me. Am I interrupting something? I didn't know this was the honeymoon suite.
Get the hell out of here!
In a minute, Dad. When I'm done. After I've finished airing the dirty laundry.
Oh, my God.
You're going crazy.
No, Dad, I think I'm thinking clearer than I ever have in my life. First, the announcements. One, you can kiss your wedding plans goodbye. There isn't going to be any wedding. Not tomorrow, not the next day, not ever. Second announcement. You're not going to run me out of town. Take my home, take my job, take my money. You're not going to get rid of me.
We'll see about that.
Stay back, Dad. I don't want to have to use this.
Mason, you're crazy. You're going out of control completely.
Stay back, Dad. Look at him, Gina. See how desperate he is, risking life and limb to keep me from telling the truth.
I'll kill you with my bare hands.
Easy, don't.
Listen to her, Dad. She knows all about dangerous men. In fact, you might say dangerous men are her specialty, right, Gina?
Stop it, Mason. Just go away. Please, go away.
Oh, you don't want to know the truth about your silver-haired Lothario? How he doesn't love you and never has?
That's not true.
Oh, the hell it isn't. Go ahead, tell her the truth, Dad, how it's really Brandon you're interested in.
It's lies. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to anything he
She
says.
better listen to me. And maybe the last chance she's got, because once you got the boy, you're not going to let him go.
Brandon, what are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Gina. Wise up. Think about it. Who arranged your adoption? Who invited you into his home? Who kept track of you and the child all those years? Stay out of this, Cruz. Well, Gina, what do you think? Do you think you're the reason he was interested in you? Guess again. It's not you, it's the boy. Because he has a very good reason for being interested in your son.
Mason, Cruz, drop it!
This isn't the end of it, Dad. This is just the beginning. I'm going to bring you to your knees. Do you hear me? To your knees.
Get him out of my house.
It's just the beginning. Do you hear me? Just the beginning.
Come on.